Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, I'm going to revisit my Dimir Control deck. And this time, I wanted to try something a little bit different. So, I wanted to try putting Ugin in the deck, I wanted to run 4 Marang River Regent, and I wanted to go so hard in exiling all of our opponent's deck. So, that's why we're running 4 Deadly Cover-Ups to exile all the cards in their graveyard. We're running 1 DN to exile a creature or a planeswalker. If they drop a Badger Mode Cup, we're going to try to get it. And then we have 2 Sozin to exile a card that we can name. And luckily for us, with the amount of time we can look through our opponent's deck with DN and Deadly Cover-Up, by the time we have Rise of Sozin out on Chapter 2, we will know exactly what they're running 4 of. And then we would know exactly what to hit when we have to name a card. So that's the idea that I want to go with for this deck. But of course, to kind of back up all of that capability, we need to have a lot of early game answers. So we got things like Caustic Exhales and nowhere to run to answer, counter spells like Dispelling Exhale and 3 steps ahead, and if they're playing a graveyard deck, we do have 2 Ghost Vacuum to kind of suck up all those cards early enough that later on the Deadly Cover-Up can get there in time. That is the idea that I threw in for this deck. I really wanted to have Ghost Vacuum, even though the Deadly Cover-Up should be enough to get those Cavaros. It's most likely not going to act fast enough because Cavaros combo off on turn 4, and they just win right there. So I need to hit Deadly Cover-Up before turn 4, and there's no guarantee that we're able to do that. I also slotted 1 Terminus in order for us to bring back Marang River Regent continuously, and you know how good it is to have Marang River Regent keep coming back. We can keep bouncing stuff. Our opponent's side of the board, we can keep bouncing their stuff, or we can keep bouncing our Nowhere to Run and keep killing their stuff. So that is the idea of the deck. And I think Ghost Vacuum could work pretty well with Ugin because it is kind of a colorless spell, right? That's the whole idea. So now, let's talk about a deck list. And as always, for a control deck, I don't really like to talk about a curve. The curve is, 1 drop, 2 drops a lot. Don't look at all the 1 drops because there are 3 steps ahead. It's technically a 3 drop or a 5 drop. And then we got, not much 4, not much 5s. A lot of 6 or 7s because we want to kind of curve stop at the top end there. But Marang River Regent is technically a 4 drop for the card draw side. So all that aside, right, what I want to talk about is the split on the card. So first we got our interaction spell. So we got 3 Caustic Exhale, 1 Heartless Act, 2 Nowhere to Run, and these are and 1 DN. These are our individual kill spells that we need early on for removing our opponent's creature. And you definitely need to remove your opponent's creature early on because there's a lot of Badger Mode decks. But unlike a normal Dimir Control deck where we have to run so much more, usually I run about 10 to 12 single target removal. This deck, because we have this many board wipes, I'm only going to run this a little bit less, right? I think there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 7 single target removal. But of course, you might think that's probably still not enough early game. That's how we can also leverage our counter spell. So we have 4 Dispelling Exhale. The Exhales work really well because we have Marang River Regent. So that is why we can afford to have a little bit less in the kill spells because we have more counter spells. And then we have 2 3 steps ahead to just a straight up counter spell that will counter basically anything we need. We also have 2 Duress. I don't want to count this as a counter spell, but it's almost like one. It is basically a negate that we get to use on early enough, assuming our opponent draws the card that we want to negate. It's not a negate in a turn that our opponent just top decks it and win that turn, but obviously those are the games that we weren't going to win anyways. But here is our disruption. And then we have our card draw. So we have 1 Consult the Start chart. We're going all the way down to just 1 Consult the Start chart. 3 steps ahead is kind of a card draw. Not really, because it's draw 2, discard a card. So it basically just replaces itself at best. Not great, but it's Consult the Start chart that's here to shine. We also have 4 Stock Ups. I'm not sure if Consult the Start chart is better than Stock Up or Stock Up is better than Consult the Start chart, but in how pressed we are for mana in so many of these games, I don't think I want to spend 4 mana to draw 2 cards when I can just spend 3 mana to draw 2 cards, even though it is sorcery speed. Right? And then we have 4 Marang River Regent. If we really want to draw a lot of cards, we can spend 4 mana and draw 3 cards and discard a card. Right? So that's why I cut the Consult the Start chart down to 1, and we have more Marang River Regent now. So that is our card draw. Then we go to the board wipes. The board wipes are 4 Deadly Cover-Up and 2 Rise of Sozin. These board wipes will wipe the board, right? Destroy all creature. Now, you might think we're not able to fight indestructible cards, right? Because these are all just destroy. Well, the end fights indestructible, Nowhere to Run and Caustic Exhale fights indestructible, and our top end in Ugin fights the indestructible. So Ugin is sort of a ultimate win con, but usually our opponent sees Ugin, and if they can't answer, they just leave. Even though Ugin does actually win us the game. We draw cards, great. Get mana, great. Minus 11 get us 2 Ghost Vacuums, which is nothing, but our opponent doesn't know that, and that's what makes it, you know, really exciting for me. And then let's talk about the mana slash lands, right? So 26 lands, plus 1 mana rock in the Terminus of Return to Soulstone. But we have now 5 swamps, 4 islands, and 1 Mistrise Village. This is basically 10 monocolor land plus a Terminus of Return. We have 3 demo fields, a lot of demo fields in this deck actually, because we have so many basic lands. The demo fields are going to be important to hit our opponent's utility lands. And this deck, because it's a control deck, we definitely need to get rid of utility lands, because there's nothing else we can do about them. So we got to demo field them away. We have 1 Fountainport, just 1. We go all the way down because there's so much value in the rest of our deck that I don't think that, we have time to use Fountainport. We have 4 Undercity Sewers, 4 Gloomlake Verge, and 4 Watery Grave. I actually have no... what is that other land called? I forgot. The shark. The Restless Reef. We actually have no Restless Reef in this deck at all because, well, don't have anywhere to slot it in, and we're not a mill deck. We're just a kind of grind through deck, and once we grind through, our opponent run out of cards, we know an entire deck, an entire hand, and then we can just slam a River Region, attack for 6, or maybe we mill out the whole deck and they just have no cards left to draw. So that's kind of our win con, and that's kind of the plan for this deck. Let's go into Standard and see how well we will do. Alright, our opponent is Whirling Devish. Devish. Okay, we get to go first. How nice. This is a horrendous hand. But we are going first. Will I have enough time for 2 deadly cover-ups? I guess we'll find out. Drop the Mistrise Village, since it's going to be a tap land no matter what in this deck. Okay. Looks like it's a mirror. I do have a consult, but I'm not gonna play it. Okay, it's not a mirror. It's trash. It's always this trash. Gotta tempo out something. Otherwise, we just lose the game. The end. Do I care about that too, then? I mean, okay, I gotta play something, right? So let us Duress him. There's a lot of Awaken the Undead. What a nice hop deck. I mean, I guess if he Caveros for Bringer, it doesn't bring much out. He'll kill his own bookworm too. Don't know if he wants to do that. Second bookworm. Bruce Spinner. He gets to Surveil too. Well, there goes any chance of us winning the game. I need to draw a land. Can I draw a land? I do draw a land. Okay. I'll break that and take out the Terror of the Peaks, right? I can also take out the Bringer. Then you just get the Under. No, let's take out the Bringer. This is the one that goes wide. And if he brings Anduin back, we will just take out the Cavarro. And then the second uphill battle. This is fun. I love playing against this deck. It's such an interesting matchup, right? What else are you gonna bring back? Overlord? He's gonna bring back Overlord. Put a Cavarro back to his hand. Keep this going, yeah. Look at that. 4 more. Put another thing back to his hand. Probably a Terror of the Peak. No, the bookmark, right. Can I draw another land? It is another land. The Regent is actually really good against their deck. Although, I mean, it's better that than nothing else, right? We'll do this again. This must look familiar. You got one combo in your deck, and it's gone. Harvester of Misery. He has harvested my misery. Do it again. I mean, I'm pretty sure he wants to awaken. Or bitter. Something. But without the combo in his deck, I don't have to worry as much about like a instant kill out of nowhere. There's the Bookworm. And then he's gonna awaken. How many awakens he's gonna play? 1, 2, 5. Okay, he's not gonna awaken. Which makes sense, like you don't want to waste the awaken. And Ugin is just gonna die to the awaken if nothing else happens. So don't want to throw out Ugin for no reason. But the Bookworm isn't dealing damage to me, so I don't have to worry. What is he doing? He's looking at his graveyard. He's thinking about what to discard? Oh, analyze the call. Now he gets to show me what he gets. What is he gonna get? Oh. Gonna wait till 8 mana to do it? I mean, it's something. I don't. Why did you look for it? You already have it. Play the Overlord. Go even deeper. I should have Mistrise Village too. Not that it matters, but you know. Here comes a Harvester. We're gonna have to fight the Harvester with a top deck not land. We'll see. 6 mana now. Oh. Hey, how's it going? Ugin. We're here.
Power belong. I see no.
Deadly cover-up. Seems pretty good.
Open your mind.
I still need to watch out for Anduin because he has no Anduin in his graveyard. Unless he mill one. Oh, no, he mills everything. It's back to Bookworm. Let me just draw a card here.
The wise heed my advice.
Do I want to take out his Bookworm? He's already got 3 in the graveyard. I can just take out the Overlord. How much mana do I have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he can't end win next turn, which means the best strategy right now probably is to daily cover up. I'm gonna stock up first. That seems like a good card. Wait, Marang is just 6. Does he still want to play? No, you don't want to play no more? GG, get your old deck exiled, jerk. Enjoy playing that stupid deck. Alright, our opponent is Surth. Hello, I'm Surth. Opponent goes first. I don't like it, but here's what it is. Let's try it. See what happens. Here's the swamp. I got 2 removals. If they got creatures, I can keep removing them. But then what? As for Origin? Okay. Again? I just freaking... Oh my god. I'm so tilted if I have to fight that deck again. Watery Grave. I mean, I don't have to choose whether or not I'm going to shock myself, right? If they have Ram creatures, because they... Land Werewolf is a Ram creature. They have Ram creatures in their deck. Temur Battlecry. Go away. Nobody cries at me. Do I want to hold up an Exhale? If they just plot, I do nothing, so... I don't think Ghost Vacuum does much against their deck. Does Duress do much against their deck? Definitely want the Marang River region. I mean, Duress does get me to look at their hand. I'll draw lands. Right? I'll draw lands. Ugh. It's always scary when I'm turning down lands. When I'm, like, bin mana screwed. Okay. Roaming Thrones is annoying. But we have nowhere to run, so... They can't exactly get around nowhere to run. That has a Duress. Oh, there's a Devastating Onslaught, you say? Too devastating for me. This also fills up the graveyard to help with the deadly cover-up that I might have to do next week. As for Origin, this seems like a Devastating Onslaught deck. What happens if I take out the Devastating Onslaught? I mean, I could just take out a Temur Battlecry. Can't kill any of these. Does this have haste? Doesn't have haste. That's important. Because we're gonna have to do this back to back. Marang River region. Let's take out a Temur Battlecry. Yeah. This is kind of the biggest card of the deck. No more Temur Battlecry. There's only 2 Onslaught. There's like a bunch of Roaming Thrones. I don't even remember what he named. Probably Elemental, right? I think he probably named Elemental. Dragonhawk. We're gonna take the 2. Let's do this again. Looks familiar? I got removal for days. Alright, I guess we take out the roaming throne. How many battle? He has 3 Dragon Hawks. Okay. Next is the Hawk. Probably just gonna double Esper Origin. Guess we had to do this 3 times in a row. Alright, there's an Esper Origin. He gets a 2 mana from doing that. I don't know if I want him to do that, so... Alright, make him shuffle. Here's number 3. Bet you didn't see that coming. Alright, Dragon Hawk time. Let's get rid of those Hawks. He has 3 more Vestige, and Cactus Shorefire, Lumbering Whirlwagon, and Outcast of Trailblazer. Can he run out of stuff now, please? No, Lumbering Whirlwagon. Didn't run out of stuff. It's got an Abrade, which does nothing green. That's good. Alright, let's stock up and hope for the best. Kind of scary. Not gonna lie here. The Whirlwagon can just get us all of a sudden. Alright, 3 steps. I don't think the Exhale will really hit anything anymore. Maybe we just take a land? If I take a land, maybe I take an untapped land. Gotta stop whatever he has. I mean, he could just Mistrise. Counter spells won't hit against the Mistrise. But, just saying go. We will Coil and catch. Ooh, okay. Those are cards. Draw for Exhale. Scary as it is. This means we can force out a counter spell. Oh, GG. Get everything exiled and then leave. That's the way we play this game. Alright, our opponent is T1 and Hoso. That's a very long and weird name you got there, buddy. I want to talk. This hand is horrendous. I'm gonna keep it. I'm an insane person. If they got a turn 1 play, we're kind of just screwed, but oh my god, that draw. Rush Roll Verge. They don't want to do anything? Okay. If there's Simic, I think we hold back. I got plenty of answers. And if they do nothing, I'll just keep dropping lands. What a weird Simic deck they have. They plan on doing anything? Consult. Yeah. You can draw. I'm not gonna counter a Consult for 1 card. It's a weird Simic deck. I was not expecting whatever they're doing. Whenever I see Simic, I'm expecting to copy a bunch of cards. So I mean, do I even want to exile this? You know what? Let's do it. kind of does mean they don't have a... They do not have a land to play. We just take 2 exhales. But they can play whatever they want next turn, right? Yeah, let's slow them down a bit more. Maybe they got a bunch of stock ups they want to play. Exhales are great to leverage against stock ups because late game they don't do anything. And at this point in the game they do everything. Lost in a Maze. Tap creature as hexproof. Oh, stab deck. Interesting. What if I just take out Kona? For 4 mana, what can they do? Let's see what can they do. I mean, I'm curious. How are they gonna play their Omniscience without Kona? Whirling Dragonstorm. They have a land, right? Still don't have a land. It went straight to end step, so they don't have a land. They do have Flood Maul, maybe? No. Alright. Kona. Rescue Beastie. I'm sure you're playing a Kona deck. So, what happens when you don't have Kona left in your deck? They have a bunch of Dispelling Exhales, so they got that going for them. I can't just play into an Exhale. But the Sozin would just kill them. Ah, GG. Sucker. This is what happens when your whole combo hinges on one card. Get that card exiled and the game's over. Alright, our opponent is the Kirk Calebman 77. You got a long name. But we get to go first. And I like to look at your hand. What you playing there, buddy? Can I take a look? Ooh. Esper Origin. Revival of the Ancestor. Alright, take out Esper Origin. This is probably the unit deck. Lifelink, whenever it attacks, you may remove a lore counter from each of any saga you control. Not bothering countering that, because I can kill it with the exile. I mean, I guess... No, I still think discarding Esper Origin is the right play. He's probably going to throw the Origin now, if he has 4 mana. This is to create a 1/1 Spirit, distribute counters. I don't want to have to do that. Saga deck. Saga deck is kind of out of nowhere. I don't know what to take. I mean, I still think it's Yuna. If he plays unit here, what do I do? He plays nothing, which is great. Gives you guys time to draw some cards. And discard some cards. I don't think I discard Duress, right? Did I discard Deadly Cover-Up? It is one of the better cards to use against this deck. Oh, okay. Don't even let me think about things. Goodbye, Kirk, man. Alright, our opponent is Augustine. Augustine. It's not August no more. Opponent goes first. This is pretty sad. I gotta say, the Duress and the blue mana makes me kind of sad, but I still think I'll keep. They're green, they're pollinator. Alright. I mean, I did draw a swamp, which means I do get to Duress. We're down 2 Trajectory and the Phoenix. Now I'll take that out. Two artifact or enchantment. Well, I could just have none of those. That'll be okay. And then I just gotta build up the deadly cover up, right? Ooh, a Terminus. This helped me build up a lot faster. Oh wait, is that exile? No. It's destroyed. Right? Is it destroyed? Okay. Thank God. Should have read a little carefully there, but I'm pretty sure it says destroyed. Now I can either Fountainport next turn or stock up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to stock up here. I take the 2. Let's stock up and see what I can hit. Ooh, this is a perfect 2 card. Caustic and Marang. And the rest were land, so I didn't even have to think about it. Another land world. Good for them. Do I even care about this board? Gloomlake Verge. I mean, I think I just do it. No reason to... Was it Pussyfoot or out? Fable Passage? Nothing here really matters. I gotta watch out for the battleship. I guess, okay, I could have, pump faked out the battleship. I think I just do this now. I don't know what's in his hand, but I'm pretty sure this deck is a battleship deck. There's a farmer. What? I don't understand this deck, but there's a farmer in his deck. Alright, if the farmer comes out, I don't know what to do. I can double exile it. Is it instant? It's a sorcery. So since it's a sorcery, I think we put out the Ghost Vacuum. Since it doesn't have the time to do anything with it. You can wear down, which means he can't farm her this turn. Badger Mo Cups. Behold, the dragon. The dragon. Would you like to attack? Would you like to wear down our Ghost Vacuum? He knows about our dragon. He's gonna wear down our Ghost Vacuum. We're gonna use it to exile somewhere else. So I don't think I want to exile the Badger Mode Cup. Did I make a fish? What am I at? 15? Good time to fish, I think. Up to 2 target non-land permanent, not creatures. really have creatures in my graveyard. There's the farmer. I mean, against the farmer, do I try to draw cards? Grade 2 food. When it attacks, you may sack a food. When it attacks. Just gotta stop it from attacking, I guess. Just make sure he has no food. Okay. Let's sack our token to draw a card. 3 steps. Yeah. If I knew that was on the top of my deck, would have played this differently. I also got 2 exhales. I can just double exhale this. Should do that now, huh? I mean, what can he get? I got a counter spell, right? What can he get here? The Hole of the Dragon. Behold another dragon. Well, same dragon, but I'm beholding it again. Now your farmer went away. Didn't even attack with the 1/1. Sentinel. Well, let's stop this from happening. No Sentinel, please go away. Okay, I don't want either of these cards, but I think I want Duress even less. Lands are at least help me leverage, right? Do I want Rise of Sozin against them? I don't even remember what's in their deck. Let's just do it. I get a name and then I get to bounce it. One in Badgermo Cup. I don't remember what's in his deck. Oh, okay. That's what was in his deck. What would he Earthband? If he doesn't Earthband the Swamp, he's gonna regret that. He didn't Earthbend the Swamp. Dude, now you play the game, man. GG, you got caught. Augustine with your Golgari Badgermilk deck. You're playing it wrong. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you saw all those Dimir Control games, how does this deck feel? I was very pleasantly surprised about this deck. Ultimately, in the beginning, I was struggling a bit because I keep drawing the 6 drops and the 7 drops, and those games do happen, and you know it feels frustrating. But if you play through those frustrating games and then you start learning about what to keep on curve, what is the best hand for on the play or on the draw, it starts to kind of pop off, and then oh boy, was I having fun with this deck, because all I'm doing is make my opponents squirm. They run out of cards because of all that deadly cover-up. In that one game when we had 3 deadly cover-up back to back to back, our opponent really can't land anything, and then their whole deck gets exiled. So that's what makes this combo really fun, I guess. Definitely frustrating for our opponent to play against, but that's what I'm here for. There are a few things that I do want to talk about in terms of what might need to be cut, what might need to be adjusted. And now, most of these cards work perfectly well. I don't think there's much I need to cut. I think I will go down to 1 Ghost Vacuum. It might be a little bit too many Ghost Vacuum. Although the games where Ghost Vacuum did come out, it felt kind of good. Ghost Vacuum mainly was against Cavero, but as I was playing it out, I think Ghost Vacuum is also a pretty good card against Lessons, right? Just eating their Lessons makes it so that their grannies don't reduce their mana costs, and they don't get the accumulated wisdom to draw 3 cards. So Ghost Vacuum, yes, I do like it, but I don't think I need 2 off in the deck. Since there's so many card draws in the deck, I should be able to get to the Ghost Vacuum in time. So down to 1 off might be good enough. And then I think everything else should work just as fine. Nowhere to Run and Heartless Act is kind of tricky because most people just run 3 Shoot the Sheriff for this deck, or 3 or 4 Shoot the Sheriff, but I really like Nowhere to Run. It does take out all the hexproofing, so that's very important against a few matchups. So I like Nowhere to Run. And Nowhere to Run do add to Caustic Exhale in those kind of specific matchup where you had to do -6 on a creature, or -5 or -4. Comboing those do get rid of those. So that does matter, right? So I don't think I would cut the Nowhere to Run. And if I want to cut anything, it will be a Heartless Act, even though I do think Heartless Act is pretty important in this deck. So definitely a Ghost Vacuum here. And nothing else I would cut, honestly, because everything in the deck works so well. So what I would add, if I do cut a Ghost Vacuum, probably is just a 3rd Duress or something like that. Now, when it comes to lands, I think I might cut a Swamp. I'm not quite sure if I cut a Swamp or an Island, but I might cut a Swamp or an Island for an extra Demo Field. I want to have 4 Demo Field because there's so many matchups where I just am very afraid of our opponent's man land or utility lands, and I think blowing them up is crucial for this for the strategy of this deck. So yeah, we need one more, and then we're there, right? Terminus of Return is a very good card. I don't think I want 2 off. I see a lot of decks run 2 or 3 off. There is not that many cards in this deck to discard. The only thing I discard is Marang and 3 Steps Ahead. I don't want to have too many Terminus and clogging up an early hand, but it is something that I see people do. So if you want to, you can cut a Ghost Vacuum and put in second Terminus, second Soulstone, and try to see whether or not that early game ramp helps you. But that's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.